Today we are back with another review. Today we got a very special one. I have been waiting on these figures forever, it feels like. I think I ordered this back, I want to say back in July of 2023. So it's been a while, been a good while before we finally got this in hand. I know they had a couple of issues with it and it getting pushed back and whatnot, but it is finally here in hand, the Matt Cardona and Brian Myers Powertown Ultras Premium Collection, whatever you want to call it, 2-pack. Super excited to crack into this. I have been waiting on this, like I said, that feels like forever, and I am super excited to get into it. I think these figures look amazing. Mint on card. This box is absolutely huge. I don't think really having it in the frame right here kind of does it justice, but this is the Figures Toy Company ring, and it is almost rope to rope. So if that gives you any kind of indication of how big this box truly is, it is massive. So we're going to look over the front of the box here. Of course, we have Cardona, Myers, two of the portraits there, Ultras Powertown Premium Collection, all of the figures there, all of the accessories, all the good stuff there. Top of the box here, pretty cool. We got the Digital Media Impact Championship belt, and then this, can't wait for that, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The first time we've got like a, I guess you could say mass-produced true NWA World title since the TNA figures, TNA Marvel figures. I don't even know when that came out. I'm gonna say 2006, that could be wrong, but since then, you know, we had the WWE one that came with the Harley race, but that really wasn't an NWA World title. I mean, it was the design, but it didn't have the NWA logo and all of that, so I wouldn't really call that one a true NWA title. So I'm gonna try to do this here. Let's see the best way to do this. So we got Brian Myers there with his figure, and then Matt Cardona there with his figure. So the back of the box, I am glad I am not a mock collector. This is a little disappointing. Straight out of the pack, or out of the shipping box, that is what I see, this big old hole in the back of the pack. So again, glad I'm not a mint on card collector. There is the ad reads if you want to pause this video and read that. Pretty cool here. They give you where these gears are from. So the Matt Cardona one, let's see if I can put this down now. Maybe you can see that. There we go. So the Matt Cardona one is from Matt Cardona and Nick Aldis in 2022 at the Crockett Cup. I think that is when Matt Cardona won the NWA World title. And then we have Brian Myers there versus Crazy Steve on an episode of Impact where I guess he won the title. I'm not sure, or maybe defended the title. Yeah, not really sure about that, but there is the ad read if you want to read that. So that is going to do it. Also, the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast logo up here, also on the back of the box too. So if you are a Major Wrestling Figure pod collector, you definitely need this, I would say. I am not. I do enjoy the show and enjoy the podcast, but not really a collector of their stuff. But I really got this. The main reason is for, sorry, I'm going to use my knife here, for that NWA World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That was a big selling point for me because I just love that belt. And I do have a Forbidden Figurines custom of that belt, and I love it. It's amazing. But this is like an official release of it, and I wanted it because of that belt. But I think these figures look good. I am a fan of both of these guys. I do like Matt Cardona. I do like Brian Myers. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack these out of the packaging. I am super excited. Let's go ahead and do it. Wow. Before I crack these out of the packaging, I forgot to mention we got this. So I'm assuming, let's do a coin unboxing. This is the Matt and Brian coins that are the coin that we got for having to wait for so long for these figures. They decided to throw in a free coin. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. So here's the front of it. Matt Cardona. It does have like the figure, and it is like embossed also. Matt Cardona, the belt collector, NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Pretty cool. I mean, it is a cool little thing. We got Brian Myers there with his figure. the most professional wrestler, digital media champion there. Nothing on the side, but it is very heavy. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it is heavy. Definitely quality, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't mind it. Did I need it? No, but thanks for the for this. So let's go ahead and unbox the figures, which we actually care about. All right, so here we got Matt and Brian out of the packaging, looking really, really good. There is a lot to go over here, so let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and go over Matt Cardona's accessories first. First, you get this beautiful NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. I love it. I definitely think it's a little too small. That's one complaint. I also don't think that these buckles are gonna, like, I don't think this belt is really gonna fit around anyone else. I could be wrong. I am gonna try it here in a moment, but I don't really think this belt's gonna fit around anyone else. I think it is pretty much made for these Powertowns, as you see there. That is the tightest notch. Here, let me, there it goes. I'm trying to get it like fully in there. And it may fit. It may be just be a little big, but there you have the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Looks really good though. I mean, it looks solid. I do think it's a little too small and too big in the sense of this. Like, they should give a little bit more length there on these, but definitely a beautiful championship, and it looks good. So next thing we're gonna go over is this head sculpt. As you see here, we got this tongue out head sculpt. Looks really good. We got Matt Cardona's hot dog tan in there, looking really good with the tongue out head sculpt. Definitely super detailed, looks just like him. The hair looks great. Yeah, I really like that. We got a couple sets of hands. We got fists. Thank God they're wrestling figures. They throw punches. They need fist. I say that in nausea on this channel or something like that. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, definitely need fist. So super glad to have that. And something really cool, the middle finger hands. I think this is the first official wrestling action figure to come with a middle finger hands, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of anybody else, and it's insane that it's these two guys and not Steve Austin. What are we doing? You can, you know, there you go. But yeah, so super cool to have these. It's a really cool detail, and I love this. I think this is awesome. The next thing that is probably going to take a little while to go over, because my God, what a cloth accessory. The robe. So we have tons of detail here. We have the collar there with the Matt Cardona logos, his skull logos, and even if you turn this a certain way, I think it's even got some like shiny in there, as you see, or maybe that's just from the belt, but the robe, what do you call that? The string or whatever goes around. It's got that purple kind of shiny color there. It's even got the trim down here. Looks amazing. We got the MC logo, Cardona, there with all the skulls on there. Just an absolutely beautiful cloth accessory. Feels great. Also, the inside is purple. Also, I guess we can go ahead and take it off that thing there. And I guess I'm gonna open it up. I'm probably gonna have to, because I gotta put it on the figure anyway. Let's go ahead and open that up. And it is purple on the inside too. So really good cloth accessory. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. So the other thing that was behind this that I don't think anybody saw coming, definitely wasn't advertised. Look at that. We got an internet championship. That is a pleasant surprise. I think that, I don't know if this was put in after the fact or this was always going to be a thing. If it was, cool. If it wasn't, cool also, because that's really cool. If they just added this in before making us wait so long, that's awesome. If they were going to do it before, that's cool too. It's just a little Easter egg and cool thing in there. So really cool to have this, the internet championship, the new updated Matt Cardona internet championship. When it looks awesome, trying to get it to focus here. I think it says, yeah, it says Matt Cardona on this plate. We got the skull like Dead Broski, and then Always Ready on this side. So really cool. Not sure how this is going to fit on any figures either. This one just has one notch versus the two. Probably only going to fit on Matt Cardona, but are you really going to put this on anybody else besides Matt Cardona? So that's fine, but really cool. I like that. So let's go ahead and go over the Matt Cardona figure itself. So starting off at the head sculpt here, great likeness. I think this is a really, really good head sculpt. I think it looks awesome. The torso choice is great. We got the chest hair in there, looks really good. Like I said, the hot dog tan there going down, cool little homage to Razor Ramon there with the razors on this purple elbow pad, and then the regular black one with the MC logo, taped up wrist, taped up hands. The tights look, or the trunks look awesome with the MC logo. All of the detail going on there, kind of an 80s, early 90s look there. Nasty Boys kind of look. The MCWA, Matt Cardona Wrestling Alliance, pretty cool there with the NWA logo. Going down with the molded on knee pads here, or the, I don't know what they call these, but the pre pads, I don't know. They do have some like purple underneath too, and then the logos, you got the LI with the middle finger, really cool. Back of the knee pads are open and they are purple, and then you got the Matt Cardona Dead Broski look there. He does have his tattoos there, which oh my god, professional YouTuber should be getting sponsorships and paid. How good I am at this. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know what. Let me see if I can look. It kind of looks like a skeleton, like Hasbro. Really cool tattoo if that's what it is. And then he's got a 5 there, but I think it's like an area code or something going down. The boots look really cool with the Matt Cardona logo. He has his signature Matt Cardona's kind of style boots there with the inverted silver and then purple there. Looks really cool, man. Like, this figure is really, really cool. Articulation, he can look down pretty far, can look up pretty far without popping that head off. Pretty much no ab crunch at all. He does have kind of like a swivel here, and then he has like a diaphragm swivel there, but yeah, pretty much no ab crunch. The arms can go up about that far. That's about as far as they go. And then single jointed elbows, hate that. Hope Powertown starts to do double jointed elbows, get with the times there. I don't know if he's got a double jointed knee or not. I can't tell. They are pinless though, but he is on ball joints, so you can do the splits and kick far, pretty far. Can't really kick back at all. And he does have, I think, single jointed knees, maybe double jointed, I'm not sure. These move, and then you got the ankle rocker and the up and down there. It feels good in the hand, but my god, these figures are beefy, dude. Like, they are big. I don't know if that's really coming across on camera, but like, the size of these figures are huge, which is kind of Powertown's MO. That's kind of what they do. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're going to scale. We're going to try that here in a moment. These are 7-inch figures versus, I believe, Jazzwares and Mattel are 6-inch. So they're probably going to be a little taller, but they are just wide. Like, they are just wide figures. I hate this kind of bow-legged look that Powertown does. And I know these figures are really more for collectors to just kind of put on a shelf, but I do want some like posability and, you know, move these figures around, especially for this price point, dude. Like, these are, I think this was like $113 shipped for this 2-pack, so kind of insane. But yeah, give me some more articulation in these Powertown figures. I know we got the TNA Ultras coming up. I did pre-order Moose and Josh Alexander, so we will review those when those come in. But yeah, give me some more posability on these guys, man. I know they're, you know, they're adult collectibles, but adult collectors like to move around their figures. Give me some posability. So that is that. We are going to like dress them up and all that after. I'm going to go over both the figures. We got a lot to go over. This is going to be a long video, so buckle in. All right, Brian Myers. Let's go ahead and go over his accessories. So again, Brian Myers does have the middle fingers with the finger tape and everything looks super cool there. I do like that. Kitty. And then we do have fists, thank God. You know what I'm gonna say. Which are taped also. So really cool. He does have some extra hands there. And we got a screaming head sculpt. It looks really good. I think the likeness is really good. The hair looks awesome. Lots of textures and stuff in there. It's not flat, I will say. Like it looks really good. We do also have the mask look, and I do believe this is like an homage to Jushin Thunder Liger, and you know I love that. I love my Jushin Thunder Liger. So yeah, and that's what I would say these figures are like. These figures are pretty reminiscent and similar to the Storm collectibles, I would say. Like size-wise, the beefiness of them, not the way they pose around, because the Storm collectible figures pose around incredible, but the beefiness of them, I would say, is similar to a Storm collectible figure. There's the mask with the head sculpt, and it is like shaped like that, kind of tucked behind, because you put this on for the entrance coat. So really cool detail here. I mean, I know this is a rubber accessory, but my God, that looks like a real leather jacket. So we got some cool stuff here. We got the Brian Myers logo there. Most professional wrestler Brian Myers logo there. And I know this is probably not going to pick up, but he does have a major, let me see if I can get that. I don't know if it's going to pick up, but he does have a major pin on his pocket too, which is really cool. And then I love this logo. I think this is super sick. This is one of my favorite Edge logos from back in the day, and Brian Myers just kind of taken it and made it, you know, his own with the mask, the Myers and all that. It looks really cool. And then we have the hood that you can have like a hood up look, and then there's also a hood down look, and this fits on this jacket very well. Just kind of tucks, let's see, well the other one did, let's see how this one is, there it goes, just kind of tucks onto there, so you can kind of have it laying down. It's not fit flush, but it's not on the figure also. So, but yeah, really cool. I really like that. Last accessory with Brian Myers is the Impact Digital Media Championship, which I think is a dead championship now. Pretty sure PCO on the last like GCW show destroyed this title. I think Steph Lander just came back with it, so I don't know, maybe it's still a title, maybe it's not, but it is here in figure form. Really cool title, cool looking championship with like the circuit boards and all of that. We got the Digital Media Impact there in the middle, if it'll focus. There we go. And this one I think could probably maybe fit around some other figures. I'm not sure. We're gonna test all that with test these belts with figures, other figures, so we can put them on other ones, because you don't want one guy to be champion forever, you know. You kind of want somebody else to win the belt every once in a while. So I'm trying to get these. There it goes. So that's about how it looks closed. So it may fit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then the figure itself. Let's go ahead and go over the Brian Myers. So we do have the straight-faced on there. This head sculpt does feel a little loose. I'm not sure why, but the beard looks good. The hair looks really good, flowing down there. Beautiful locks. And then we go down into the torso. This is a white, gold, and black gear. Like I said, I think this is supposed to be an homage to Jushin Thunder Liger, so you know I like that. The Brian Myers logo there, nothing on the back. And then the tights, pretty plain Jane there, but really cool nonetheless. The circle knee pads there, they are open on the back, going down into the white boots there with the kick pads. Looks really good. I think this is a clean look for Brian Myers. I do like this this Liger inspired gear. So articulation for Brian Myers, he can look down. His chest is huge, dude. Like, look at those pecs, good God. Can't look up too much because of the hair. And then same there with the articulation's probably going to be virtually the same. No ab crunch really at all. It does have slight like turn a little bit. Single jointed elbows. Oh, I also meant to go over, so he does have his tattoos of his daughter's names there, which is really cool. And these hands They're like slightly open with the tape too. So yeah, pretty sure this is a single jointed knee, and I also think he may have a pin in there. Brian Meyer, Matt Cardona might have a pin too, but I'm pretty sure these are single jointed. He's on ball joints, so you can do the splits. Kick far, pretty good. Kick back actually is pretty good. So the shin cut, and then the boots, rotate and all of that. So really cool. I like these figures a lot. I just think that they are huge. I think that they are entirely a little bit too big. Let's go ahead and do some switches. Let's go ahead and pop this head off, put this tongue out head sculpt. Head sculpts feel good on there. They don't have any resistance or anything, so there is that tongue out look from Matt Cardona. Pretty cool looking. Let's go ahead and switch some hands. I want to do these middle finger hands because I just think that's awesome. Is that the right one? This is the right one. Hands feel good too. Snap in there. Pretty solid. And there you go. You got Matt Cardona flipping you a bird. Look at that. Right there for you, Brian Myers. Yeah, that's awesome. That's rad. Really, really cool. Let's see how these fists fit. Yeah. That's the wrong one, so they're probably not gonna fit. Yeah, dingus. Alright. Come on. Is that on? Yeah, I guess that's on. All right, so there is one of the fists on there, and the like slightly open hand looks pretty good. Just wish that, man, the elbow pads do not help these single jointed elbows. I mean, it is just like nothing, man. Just like, look at that. It's about all the articulation you get. Yeah, definitely want to get double jointed elbows on these figures if we can. Just not really a fan of those single jointed. Like I said, I get it, I understand. These are more of a premium collectible, more so than like an action figure, but it is an action figure. But some damn double jointed elbows on there, man. This belt is a pain in the ass to get on here. It's on there. It's not good on there. This belt is too small, man. They should have upsized this belt about 2 times. I think it would have been perfect. But there is the NWA World Championship on the waist of Matt Cardona. It's not fully on there, but it does fit around his waist. I just hope it fits other figures around their waist. We will see. But this belt does look too small. Am I wrong in saying that? I feel like the NWA World Championship is a big belt. Like, it should be big. We can go ahead and throw that Internet Championship on his shoulder if you wanted to, and you can kind of hold it. You can't really hold it because of the damn single jointed arms. Yeah, I'm not impressed with those single jointed arms. I don't like that at all. Yeah, that's about as best as I can do because you can't really pose them. You can't really bend those arms at all. So let's take that NWA World title off, and let's go ahead and put this Internet Championship around his waist. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that works. I think that's okay. See, this belt looks bigger on him. That NWA World title looks like a child's belt on him. I don't like that. They should have scaled up that NWA World title, I think. So if you want to go ahead, we're going to swap out, put that straight-faced head sculpt on there. So there is the Internet Championship on Mr. Matt Cardona. Let's go ahead and do this beautiful robe. Put this on, see how it fits. This robe is awesome. The material feels quality, feels really good. I do like that. There we go. I do like that Matt Cardona kind of did this throwback, back to the 80s, Ric Flair, all of those guys with the NWA World title, having the robe and all of that. I think that's really cool because I am an 80s not 80s baby. It was not born in the 80s. It was barely born in the 90s, but I have a love for the 80s wrestling and the 80s NWA, so I don't know if that's right, but that's how I'm going to tie it. So there is the robe on the figure. Looks super, super sick. I don't like the way I tied it, but that kind of is what it is. Jesus. Matt Cardona on the back. Looks really good, man. That looks super sick. I love this robe. So let's go ahead and untie that. He's got that Internet Championship. Let's do some switches and swappages on this Brian Myers. We're gonna go ahead and put this yelling head sculpt on here. Put him a middle finger in there so we can see how that looks. That's the wrong one. Why do I keep doing that? Alright, so there's that. Matt Cardona, or the Brian Myers with the middle finger and that yelling head sculpt. Really cool. I like that. Now, let's go ahead and throw a fist on here so he can do his Raven pose, or his Tommy Dreamer pose, whatever you want to call it. With the, we're going to put the entrance gear on here. So let's do the mask, head sculpt. Damn, that looks awesome. I like the way that looks with the mask on. And the mask even has like the Liger teeth kind of printed on it too, as you can see there. So definitely a Liger inspired gear. And we're gonna put this jacket on. Cool, cool. That looks sick. And let's put this one on here. Go on. We're not there in the back. Huh. Maybe I should I? No? How do I do this? I'm trying to figure out the right way to put this hood on without it being here. Let me try to do it on camera. Trying to put this so it tucks into there, and I'm trying to get it tucked in on the back, but it's kind of hard. Look at the detail, man. They put like the tag on the back, like where the tag would be on the back. That's crazy. Crazy detail there. Man, this is not wanting to cooperate. It did very well with the head sculpt like not on it. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it, but there is that. Here we go, put him in the pose. There we go, look at that. That looks sick. With this jacket on, with the hood up. And then we can go ahead and remove that. Put the hood down. We can get it. There we go. It's not really tucking in there well. There it goes. Alright, so there it is with the hood down. Really, really cool, man. This is awesome. And then let's go ahead. Try to put this digital media championship on them. Yeah, these figures rule, man. I mean, they're really cool. I mean, they feel quality as hell. Don't get me wrong. Like, they feel super quality. I just wish that they would bend a little more, have more articulation. That would have been awesome. This video is so long. Sorry guys, like I said, buckle in. We had a lot to go over, and I've been waiting on these figures for a long time, so I wanted to go into detail on these because they are a long time coming on these figures. Alright, cool. Oh, well, it was on there. Alright, trying to put the digital media championship around his waist here. I cannot get these notches in, man. They are not wanting to cooperate. There it goes. So there we go. And then we got the digital media title around his waist. Looks good, man. Looks super good. Now, let's do some size comparison and then put these belts on some people so we can see how those look. And then that is gonna do it for this video because we are running low on battery and running low on time. So let's get this done quick. So, here we got Matt Cardona. Here we got AEW Jazzwares. Jesus, and he is just massive, towering over him. Look how much bigger the chest and everything is. Yeah, scale's not great on these figures. They are huge, man. I mean, they just feel, it's like a Jakks Deluxe against like a Mattel figure. So you see in the head sculpts, like the head is so much bigger. Let's pause one second. All right, sorry about that, guys. My phone was dying. So let's do a, like I said, let's try to do this size comparison here. Yeah, they are too big, man, and I hate it. I wish they were more in scale. Let's see if we can. There we go. So yeah, as you can tell, he is just, the Matt Cardona figure is just massive. Like the chest size, the arm size, everything, they are just huge. Yeah, not really a fan of that. That kind of sucks. So let's do a Mattel comparison. So here is the Trick Williams Elite. I mean, he's still huge. Like, look how tall he is. There's no, you're telling me Matt Cardona is taller than Trick Williams? I ain't buying that. Yeah, not a huge fan of the scaling, man. That just, it sucks, man. I wish they were more in scale, and I wish I could capture how, like, just wide these figures are. They're so wide. So yeah, that sucks. Not a huge fan of the scaling. The head is just massive compared to everything. They're just big. They're just big figures. Like I said, it feels more like a deluxe aggression up next to like a Mattel. Like, you tell me Brian Myers is taller and bigger than Trick Williams? Again, ain't buying it. So yeah, that is pretty bummy there. As I knock everything over because I'm the best to do it. It's my tripod, guys. I need a new tripod. Maybe that's the answer to all my questions. Same thing with the Will Ospreay and the Brian Myers here. Again, just way too big. Needs to be scaled down, as you can see there. Just a big old figure. Guys, it's late. I'm tired. Let's try some of these belts on some of these other figures here, because I do want to see how that looks. Let's go ahead and put this NWA World Championship around the waist of Mr. Will Ospreay here. It is not going to fit, I can already tell you that. It is going to fall right off of him. Yep. Look at that. How disappointing is that, man? God. I mean, so disappointing. It's the notches. They need more notches. Like, God, that is disappointing, man. The belt looks awesome. It looks good. Like, if he held it like this, you know, on his shoulder or whatever, like, it looks good. I just, God, that sucks, man. I'm so bummed about that. Like, that was one of the big selling points for me buying this figure was, and I should have known, like, the Bruiser Brody belt was huge, and I should have known this belt was going to be huge. Looks good like this. Like, if you know, wrap it up and put it on his shoulder, it's not bad. But you try to put that belt around the waist, man, it's not good. It's way too big. So there's that on his shoulder. Again, looks good, looks fine. It's just, wish it would fit around the waist. Let's try the Trick Williams. Put the belt around his waist. Again, it's gonna be way too big, I can already tell. And I'm putting it on the last notch here. Let's see if I can put it on, like, nah, that ain't gonna work. Trying to put it on the last notch here. Make the effing notches not so hard to get on. Like, these things are tiny, man. I can't even get that, man. There's no way. Guys, I know this is such a riveting video. Let me pause while I couldn't really get it notched well, but as you see, it's going to fall right off of them. I mean, it's just not, it's not going to work. And that sucks so bad. I'm so bummed about that because I really wanted this belt to like fit on other figures, and it doesn't. I'm so bummed, man. Maybe there's a way I could figure this out. There's got to be a way. Maybe I can add more notches or something, but there is the belt on a shoulder. Again, on the shoulder, or you're, you know, latching it and putting it on the shoulder, it looks fine. It's just, here, let me try that. Yeah, notching it and putting it on the shoulder, it's fine, it works. It's just, it's too big, but also too small. It's so frustrating. So there's that. Let's try, I'm assuming probably none of these are gonna work, but we can try the Internet Championship. It is gonna be way too big, not even close to fitting around Will Ospreay's waist. And there you go, if you want that. Yeah, that looks awesome. You look like a real good champion there, real good guy. Get that belt, man. It's gonna be the same thing with Trick Williams. Can almost guarantee it. Yeah, I may try to work with these. Like these are mine. I'm not probably gonna sell or trade these probably ever. If I do, maybe just the figures, probably not the belts. So I may try to do some doctoring here with these, but yeah, that's just not gonna work. Digital Media Championship, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe it'll fit. You know what? No, it's not going to. It's just the notches. We need more notches. Like, if you have all this excess, just put notches all over it. What are you doing? All right, so the Digital Media is actually not terrible. It's still loose, but I mean, you could get away with that probably. It's a little low, but I mean, you could probably get away with that. I'm not too mad about that one. And then on the Jazzwares, let's see, probably gonna be way too big on the Jazzwares. The waist on the Jazzwares figures are a little bit smaller, so probably not gonna fit if I had to guess. The notches are a nightmare to get on. As close as I'm gonna get. That's not terrible either, I guess. I guess you could pass that. You know, it's not, you could kind of set it up to where it's not, you know, super floppy around. But the Digital Media one definitely fits the best out of all of them. I'm so sad about this NWA one. I'm gonna figure something out with it. I'm thinking, and I know this sounds crazy, but maybe cut this off and then like glue it here so it, you see what I'm saying? So maybe we can like latch it there. I don't know. I'm gonna do some doctoring and we're gonna figure it out. But all in all, the Matt and Brian 2-pack, it's cool. Do I regret spending $113 on it? I don't know yet. I think for the price, you definitely get a lot of good accessories. You get a ton of accessories. You get a ton of cool new stuff. So I can't be too upset about it. There's a lot of like one-of-one things that we'll probably never see again, maybe. So that is cool. But yeah, I don't know. I need to pose these figures around more, put them with some other figures and just kind of see where it goes. But I am the greatest professional wrestling YouTube man ever. No, but I am impressed with the figures. I think they're great. I am very upset about the scaling. I'm upset about the scaling with the belts. Definitely think that we can improve. I know these figures aren't really, like their goal is to not really scale them with other figures, but you might as well. I mean, you're right there at that mark. You're 7 inches, scale it down 1 more inch, make them just a little smaller, put some you know, some more articulation in there. And then you got a winner, man. Just, you know, it's almost there. It's so close to being the closest to you know, another third company, but yet far away. So that is going to do it for this review. Thank you guys. I know it's a very long one. If you stuck through all the way to the end, say I stuck through to the end in the comments, and I will give you a big old like, because I appreciate you. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We will see you guys in the next one.